Hello, how are you today? Hi, everyone. I'm Libby from MFT, and I am here to talk about today's daily deal and make something with the products. My hair is looking kind of rough today. I've been sick. Hi, hello, hello. I need to understand how to say your name. Is it Ziomara? Is that how you say it? Anyway, hello, nice to see you here again. Um, I want to apologize first of all if any of you tuned in yesterday or tried to tune in, I should say, and you didn't find me. I've been battling COVID for like a week and a half now, and my voice is—you can hear it—it's still a little weird, but I just suddenly started feeling awful yesterday afternoon, right before it was time to go live. So I do apologize to that if you did come looking and couldn't find me. I didn't mean to do that to everybody, but yeah, I'm just tired of this. I want it to be done. I want it to be over with. So thank you for being here today. So I'm going to go ahead and present with my computer for just a second here. Hi, Martha from Mexico. Nice to see you. So give me 1 second to pull this up. I just want to quickly talk about what today's deal is, and then I'll show some products, and then we will start creating something with them. So there we go. Let me go ahead and make that bigger. So this is today's deal. Actually, I had a thing to put up. Let me do that first to make it easier for you to see. All right, so today's deal is a buy one, get one. It's if you purchase any cover-up style dynamics, you get a free rubber background of your choice. No code needed. It's today only. So let's go ahead into the website and see what that all means, what the choices are for the cover-ups and everything else. So here we are on the website. And I'm going to go ahead and click. This is when you go to the main website. There's a slider right on the site. You click it, it takes you to the category. And here is the category for the cover-ups. Let me just make sure here. Hold on 1 second. I guess that's okay. I'm not sure why it's not quite filling my whole screen. Hi, Beverly from Oklahoma, and hi, Peggy. Hello, hello. All right. So just if you're not familiar with what the cover-ups are, they're the full A2 size, cover up your whole card dies. And so they make a nice background die. There's great options here for all the MFT sets that have all the cute little critters or different things in them that you can build these little kind of niches or whatever you want to call it, little scenes. Look at all those kitties in there in that example. So cute. So any of these products here on this page that cover up your whole card front if you're doing A2. And I'll show you some actual examples in just a second. And then you get to pick a free rubber stamp, a rubber background stamp. By clicking the little here, you can see all the options for this. And I'll show you some of these as well. But those are really great to use to build your background, some of them you can color in and make a scene with them. They're just great staples to have in your collection. I love using them for mixed media as well. So good stuff, okay? So that's just an overview of what today's deal is. Let me go ahead back to me. Okay, hi Diane. I'm feeling a little better today than I was yesterday, but man, this thing, it just keeps coming and going. I think I'm done with it, and then it just says, nope, I'm not done with you. It comes marching right back again, which I don't love it. I don't love it at all. All right, so I'm gonna go to my overhead to my desk for a second. Well, not for a second, for a while actually, and just show you some in my hands examples of these cover up dies. So like I was saying, this one was just I think this was the one that was just in the recent Vault release, so it came back. And all those fun little squares that you could put different characters in, different things to build your scene. And then you get all those little die cut squares too that you can do fun things with. Here are a couple other options. I just love how you can use it as either A2, portrait, or landscape. Every which way. This one has the stitching. And here's another one that just has 3 scenes right in a row down your card front, or really skinny vertical ones if you want to do that way as well. Hi, Wendy. Hi, friend. And I love these trees. I could put some critters in the forest with these birch trees. And this is one that I just absolutely love. When it came out just a few months ago, I saw Kathy Zilski make a card with it that was a Twilight themed card, and it just like, oh my gosh, I love it. So this makes one of those letter boards. So basically it just makes a bunch of slits in your card base, and this is what I'm going to play with in a few minutes because I just love it. So we'll come back to that, but there's many more on the site. As you saw, there's several cover-ups that you can choose from, and then what you get to pick is one of these really fun background stamps as your freebie. So here's one with coffee beans, leaves. This is denim, I think. Touch of texture, it says. Really awesome for mixed media. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna do some mixed media lives for you too. I don't know, do MFT fans want to see mixed media, or you get really kind of messy with the faces and everything? Because I know it's a lot of clean coloring and cuteness. But anyway, I love that too. So I'm gonna have to show you guys some of that at some point. I love this wavy one. This one's called Ocean Currents Background. So picture it that direction. Put some mermaids or fish or sharks or whales or boats or all kinds of things in that one. Or it can just be a fun stripe on your card. It doesn't have to be ocean waves, right? Here's some fun dots. This one is called Colorful Confetti. Could make a fun background on a birthday card with this. It's really slits, Amy. I'll show you in just a second. Here's another one that's fun stripes. This one is actually called Balloon Strings. So you could do all kinds of fun balloons at the top of these strings. It's like a whole row of balloons up here, and then you could just have all your strings hanging down. Love it. This is the denim one, I think. Yeah, denim background. Sorry, you can see little fuzzies on my packaging. Sorry, that doesn't look very nice. And sorry for all the glare as well. This, I always love a good script background stamp. So versatile. I think this one's called Romantic. Yeah, Romantic script background. But you can barely read the word, so it could be any kind of script background. A great subtle background. Fun to press into paste. I'm going to show you guys that sometime. That's super fun. Love this. This is just a good standard, like must have in your collection kind of stamp. This one's lined by hand background. Cute little lines that can go in either direction, or you could even do them on top of each other for a checkerboard, or you could do it at an angle and do have some kind of cross hatching kind of stuff. Sweet for Valentine's coming up next year, beginning next year. This is Never Ending Love. Oh, that's cute that it's never ending because it's just one continuous line of all those little hearts. So cute. And then this one is typewriter text. Love the type font on this one. It's hard to see on my screen, but you get the idea. It's just rows and rows of typewriter letters. I think it's just the alphabet in order. Yeah. Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, it's just all alphabet in order. Really cute. And there's a typewriter die that I have in my stash. I love dynamics that I'm going to have to make a card, putting those together at some point. Okay, let me see. Where'd my bin go? Here it is. Okay, so for my card today, I wanted to play with this one because I love it. And this letterboard is the cover up, but it also had some coordinating things with it to make these cute little letterboards. So there was some dies to make the frame to go around it. And then there's letters and numbers. And I have already stamped or die cut a bunch of letters. Here's my little bin of letters. I cut them out in white, but of course you could do it in all kinds of colors. You can make a rainbow message. You could do whatever colors you want. And what I wanted to combine this with is the Yeti set from, when did that come out? I think it came out in the November release, right? Now I just have to remember where I set it. Hold on a second here. Oh, here it is. All right, so I started setting this up in my Misty, but I thought I would finish it on the live just in case anyone has never tried this before. So this is the Yeti set. So cute, Yeti or not. I just love these Yetis. They're so fun. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And then all these fun messages. And I just looked in the messages and found sending fuzzy hugs. And so that is what I'm going to put on my letterboard is that message, sending fuzzy hugs, spelled out with the little letters. And then I'm going to put some Yetis around my letterboard to decorate it. That's my master plan that's in my head of how I'm going to make this card. All right, so what I did is I started setting this up in my Misty. When I have a stamp set like this that I know I'm going to want to make things from multiple times, I just set up a template in my Misty so that I can stamp out a whole bunch of them and have them ready to go. And so what I did is I just put them all in my Misty here, and I just stamped it down in purple. Just, whatever color, it doesn't matter. I just stamped it. This is a piece of like printer paper, really thin paper that I have in there as my background. And then I took all the dies and I die cut them. And I know a lot of you know how to do this, but I just want to share it just in case that this might change somebody's life a little. I die cut all the dies out. And then what I do is I cut out the negative part of the die cut. I trim around it, and then I just put it right around my image. Oops, I need to figure out what orientation he is. There he is. And then I can make sure that my spacing around my die cut is kind of, rather perfect white edge around the whole image. Instead of when I color it and then I die cut it, sometimes I totally mess that up and I have a wonky uneven white border around it, and then that makes me sad after I spent all the time coloring it. So I like to do this just so I don't mess it up, and also because then I can just die cut a whole bunch of these and have them ready to go. I don't know if I need more tape on that, but I'm putting another one. I'm just using Scotch tape to put that down. I was using my yellow Spellbinders tape. I'm like, wait, why am I using the good stuff for that? I need to hold on to that for things like die cutting. All right, so then I have all my little die cut, unstamped, but die cut pieces, and I just pop them right into my little templates that I've made and put them in here. Now, you might notice, if you have an eagle eye, a keen eye, that I missed one of the stamps. I didn't realize that until I'd already started taping some down, that I missed the cute little Yeti with the birthday cake. And if I was feeling better, I might have started over, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need the birthday cake one right now because I'm not going to use that one anyway. Normally, I would want to get all the images stamped so that I have them ready to go. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me just find him again. I realized because I die cut all of them, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I have an extra die cut piece. It's because I forgot the cute little guy with the cake, but that's okay. And so now I can get my black ink. Here it is. Here it is. And I'll just go ahead and ink this up. And this is my very first time using these stamps. I haven't rubbed them with my fingers or an eraser or anything. So I might have to stamp this a few times to get a good image, but that's why we love our Misty, because it makes it easy to do that. Hi, Alberto. Oh my gosh, Alberto. I'm going to color today, and I now feel incredibly nervous knowing that you're watching, because if you guys don't know Alberto, he's so good at coloring. Oh my goodness. So good. But that's okay. We can't all be Alberto, right? I will color my way, and that will be just good enough. All right. So there is one. I'm going to go ahead and ink it one more time just to get these. Yeah, I love these. I love the stamp set too. It's so cute. So fun with these guys. I'm probably not going to use this little tree and hill on this letterboard card that I'm making, but I figured I'd get it stamped anyway, just so I have it for later for another card. I adore you too, Alberto. All right, so there's one set. And since I have this all set up, I'm going to go ahead and do it a few more times because I die cut a bunch of these. So I'll have them ready. And I have this little tray right here on my desk. I was lucky enough to get to teach at the last Crop and Crate Delivered event, which was back in September, the card making one from Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. And this was a cute little freebie that they gave out. I think it says Scrapbook and Cards Today somewhere on it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. It says Crop and Create right there at the top. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, I have this on my desk, and I put little die cut pieces. And so I did the same thing with these other stamp sets too, to have a whole bunch of pieces just ready to go. Just makes it so easy. And speaking of the other things in here real quick. So this is the North Pole Pals. I just love these bears. I mean, so cute. I haven't even used the bears yet, but I did use the little penguins on a card I made yesterday for the latest sketch challenge. So if you're not familiar, MFT has sketch challenges pretty much every week, and a whole resource full of sketch ideas. So even if you're not playing all the challenges, you should go check it out. Well, first of all, you should play, but if you don't, there's this whole PDF of sketches that you can download and have all these ideas for ways to lay out your cards. I use the cute little penguins on that. So that's why they're in here. And I have a couple extra little penguins that I didn't use, but I have all these cute bears that I still need to color and make cards with. And then on this one is the cute little kitties, winter kittens. And I started coloring. I have some over here on my desk too. I started coloring some of these. And this is from my live that I did a couple days ago with the box cards, which is still sitting here unfinished. That's what COVID does to you. So this is, that cute little box card that was the deal a couple days ago. And so my plan still is to put some of these cute little winter kittens in here. You can see where I'm going with this, right? And then they're going to have a little snowball fight right in my box card. So that is still a work in progress. And I will eventually have that done and posted. Yeah, the kitties are so cute. Hi, Jen Shirkus. Hello, friend. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do some more of these. And then I will move on to finishing my cute little card that we're working on here. And actually, I was chatting with my friend Jen Shirkus. You guys all know Jen, right? She's amazing. And trying to remember the best way to do a template like this. And she and I were chatting about it. And here I am using it live on a live because I've been stamping like crazy all these little sets. So thanks again, Jen, for your help. You ordered these last night, Emma? So fun. And I think they'll be kind of easy to color, right? Because, you know, you can kind of do maybe like a little gray around the edge or something for the white of the Yeti. You can use other colors too to make them kind of look white and furry and snowy. You could do like a light purple. You could do a blue. So whatever color you like to make your white look. And then you just have a couple other things to color, like the balloon or the scarf. But I think he's going to be pretty easy. And one thing I like to do, because I am, you know, I've colored many a time, but I have to say that I haven't been coloring as much in recent years as I used to. And what I'll go do is look at on the website for MFT. When you go look at this set, I think it's called Yeti or Not. Some of the card samples from the creative team, the design team at MFT, are there as additional images, and you can go look at those. You can even click on them and make them big and really look at how they colored the things. And that is a great way to get some inspiration for how you might want to color some of these images. And I'm not too proud to say that I definitely do that. And I look for all that inspiration, and it helps me a lot. All right. And especially color, you know, just color choices, you know, just to help figure that out as well. Yeah, a little B00 is a good Copic to use for that. I agree, Emma. Good idea. Yeah, the team at MFT is so dang talented, including Alberto, that they give lots and lots of inspiration. So speaking of challenges, today on the blog, we have a color challenge that just started. There's 2 color challenges every month. There's a sketch challenge every week. And then there's a monthly Christmas card challenge and a monthly money card challenge. If you remember Monday's live, it was all about those money cards. And so you could play some of those challenges as well. And you guys, they give away like a $50 gift card randomly to every challenge. And there aren't a ton of people playing. I mean, there's a good deal. There's some really great, talented people who are playing. But, you know, your chances are pretty good, I have to say. So just a little tip, you might want to check out those challenges. If you go to the MFT blog, they're all along the sidebar, and you can click and see all the past weeks. And the most recent one will be on top. And you can pop in there and decide if you want to play. All right, so that's enough. I did 3 sets of these Yetis, minus the birthday cake Yeti. So, ooh, Alberto's watching me in full definition. Oh no, Alberto. Don't look so closely at my coloring. The challenges, Nina, maybe you typed that before I said, but if you go to mftstamps.com and then go under community and to the blog, you can find the challenges. There's like a graphic for every challenge along the right-hand side, the sidebar. I'm not sure if it's as easy to get to on your phone as it is on a computer. I always look on my computer, so I haven't looked on the phone, but that is how you find it. And I'm just going to show you guys. So since I still have this one set up too. So, you know, the same kind of idea. This is how I did the bears and the penguins. I just have this little template set up in my Misty, and then I just stamp a whole bunch of them. Easy peasy, you can get them done. And yes, I have multiple Misties. Yeah, best tip. Yeah, that's good, Alberto. And I'm just teasing. I'm not worried about that. But let me put that up there. Everyone take Alberto's advice. The best tip for coloring is having fun. That's the right way to color for sure. Love it. All right. So let's get a little lay of the land here of what I'm going to try to make. Let me get my ink out of the way. Sorry. So I had already die cut this. I mentioned I die cut all the letters. And again, I took the message. Let me find my stamp set again. Right here on the Yeti or Not stamp set, there is this cute sending fuzzy hugs. It's kind of hard to see, but and I like that message. I think it's super cute. And it's a shorter one to spell out. Some of these are very long. And I didn't have to take a message from the set, obviously, but it was just a way to find inspiration again. I just looked at the set for inspiration. This got kind of all goofy up. Let me see if I can find all the little pieces. Here's the hugs. I may have lost my little dot for my exclamation point. We'll see. See, the hard part is my fingers are big, trying to handle all these little letters. When I go in with them, I might try some tweezers, but I just wanted to give you the general idea here. Fuzzy hugs. So what I'm thinking is I'll have that on my message board, probably kind of closer together. Straight, of course, and on there correctly. Let's see here. Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry. And then I'm going to make the frame around it. Remember, this has a frame that can go with it. I need to die cut that so you guys can help me decide what color I want the frame and what color I'm going to put this on my, what color for my background for this card. I did the black for the message board. And somebody had asked me earlier if this was, if it actually cuts or if it scores. It does actually cut. So you can see there, is that showing? I don't want to lose all my letters, but it is actual cuts that it makes in there. Okay, so cute. And then I thought I would have the little Yetis kind of standing around it. So that's one thing I need to do is I need to pick out which Yetis I'm going to use. Since it is fuzzy hugs, I wanted the ones that kind of looked like they were hugging, which I thought, I mean, this guy really looks like he's about to give you a big hug, right? I might have him sitting down there. I love the balloon one, and it's always fun to color a balloon, but I think I might just use this guy up here. I'm thinking 3 of them just because it might be a little, you know, that's a good point. I'm talking to myself here, but a good point is if I want this to all fit on an A2 card, I should probably squeeze in the letters so that I can put these around the edge and still fit it all on my card. Should I leave the scarf guy or should I do another plain one like that? I think the scarf's pretty cute. It'd be a little something different, I guess. Hi, Mindy. Yeah, you do seriously need these Yetis, my friend. They're so cute. I mean, look at the little, he's so cute. And I love this little scene that we can build with this guy here. So that's going to be another card soon. All right. Get these back out of the way. All right, so coloring my Yetis. These are pretty big, so even though I already have them die cut, I feel like I can still hold on to them pretty easily to color them. One thing that Jen Shirkus, if she's still here, that I learned from her, I don't know if she learned it from someone else or not, but I definitely learned it from her, from watching her do her lives and whatnot. There, I found another little dot for my exclamation, is if there's a bunch of little images, like maybe if you had all these little penguins that you're trying to color and they're hard to hold on to if they're already die cut, you can take a piece of tape like this and stick all the things to it, and then that's an easy thing to hold on to color. And so that, I call that the Jen Shirkus method, and it's very brilliant. So just throwing out another tip, and that was not an MFT product I had on there, but shh. All right, what color should I use for my Yeti? Oh, I was going to look real quick. Let me show you again. I'm going to go back to my laptop for a minute here to the website and show you what I was talking about. So I'll just go up here in the search engine, search the search bar in the website and do Yeti. And so then I bring up my Yeti set here, Yeti or Not from JB, Jenna Blade. And then you can just click through these examples and say, what color schemes do I like for my Yetis? There's a tan one. That's kind of cute. Let me make sure I'm on screen as I'm showing you. Yeah, pretty much. Come down a little. There is just white and they put a little blue in the face. That's cute too. There's a no line coloring example that's just gorgeous. Fun, fun, fun. I don't know. Should my Yetis have a regular face color? I didn't think about that. Might need to go grab some more markers. There's some blues. I probably have some blues here. So anyway, I'm just showing you, there's like a million, because everybody loved this Yeti set, there's like a million card examples of ways to color the Yetis, which is kinda, uh, making me change my plan a little. Alright, 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 alright. So, back to my Yetis. Back to my Yetis. So, I was gonna do a little gray around the edge, and I'm gonna stick with that plan. I'm not gonna go rogue. I'm just gonna kinda outline along the edges with a gray. I have Molo markers here. CG1 is the one I'm using. And it doesn't show a lot of gray, but it just gives it a little something. Oops, I should have done the other side of that. This. I might have to go grab a light blue to do his face. What do you guys think? Any thoughts? Do we wanna do, like a skin tone face or a blue face? Or I'm, having an indecision moment right here. I could do a light purple. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm me, I'm gonna do purple. That's what I'm gonna do. And plus it's here at my desk. Talking to Lori Craig, I have like both ends of my Olos are the same color. And so I think I need to divide it up because I have two places where I create. I have my sitting desk, which is on the other side of my room, and then I have this one where I do lives, which uh hold on a second. How would someone attempt to do online coloring? Do you mean no line coloring, Emma? Oh yeah, no line. Um I mean, you wouldn't do white probably. You'd probably do like a light gray instead of a white is probably what you would want to do so that it shows up, you know? Um, okay. I forgot my train of thought. Anyway, I was talking to Lori Craig, who works for Olo, about ways to separate out my markers so that I have a set at each place I create so that I you know, don't always have to pull them from one place to take them to the other place, which gets a little silly. So I'm kind of just going along the outside edges of this. And by the way, you know, I was joking earlier, I am not one that I would say, come to me for a coloring tutorial. I just kind of color to get it done. So coloring is not something I claim to be a pro at. I just have fun with it. That's what Alberto said you're supposed to do, right? It's just have fun with it. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker purple around there to give them a little something. I'm just doing all three of them at once because why not? And I'm just going to go back again with the lighter one to kind of blend that out. Yeah, I'm a purple fan, so when there's a question about color, I'll say, how about purple? I'll hold this up in a second. That's how our little faces are looking. Kind of fun, huh? Yeah, I don't know if it does even look purple on the screen. To me, on my looking at it on my laptop, it looks a little gray, but here in my craft room, it definitely looks purple. And then what I always have to do, because I think everybody needs to have rosy cheeks. Where should they be on this guy? I guess I'll put them right here. Give him a little pink cheeks because that makes it so cute. Yes, love. Gray violet. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is like a gray violet. And then I did put the gray. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Okay, go ahead and put this light gray around the edges like I was doing on the first one. Yes, I should decide what color to do his cute little horns. and this guy's scarf. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another shade darker, like the CG3. And I think I'm going to try this and see what we think. Just going to add kind of like little dots along here. Maybe even with the next shade darker. Let's see. Bye, Jen. Thanks for saying hi. I treat you a BFF. Yes, I like that. That's cute. Let me hold this up so you can see. What do you guys think of the dots? Isn't that fun? Fun, 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 fun. I'm going to go ahead and put little pinks in the centers of his feet and hands. Let's see, do I have a lighter pink here? I do. And then his horns, I'm just going to make them purple as well. Yeah. Hi, Melissa from Sydney. Thanks for being here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add, one thing I love to do on critters is add a black glaze for the eyes. Let's see, I have a little scrap here. This is my negative. Just making sure this is working well before I put it on my little guy here. I just dot it with the black glaze for the eyes. It just makes the eyes shiny and just makes them have a little more life than without it. Oops. You see that? And then I also like to take a white Posca pen. I have more luck with a Posca pen than I do with like a a gel pen. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm just going to put a little dot in his cheek. Oh, he's not focusing. I think I'm going to, just an FYI, in case you're curious and you're wondering if you're going to tune into other lives I do for MFT. I think I'm going to update my streaming software because what I use, you can't zoom and it drives me a little crazy. That's why I always have to hold things up. And so just an FYI, I think I'm going to update that so that I can actually zoom in so you guys can see if I'm doing something like coloring. I went out of the lines just a teeny tiny bit, but we're not going to worry about that. He looks cute, right? Aw, thanks, Alberto. Fun. Okay, so let me do the rest of them. While I'm looking down coloring for a second here, if you want to tell me what color you think I should do his scarf, we can do that as well. On the third one. Let's see, the 3 and 5 again. First, I need some 1 because I missed some spots on this guy. Okay. I think I'll do his little dots down here on his bottom side. And on the bottom of his hands, maybe. Those aren't showing as much, but the darker one will. Coming with the dark. I'm really trying to not make them too huge and also not too uniform. Sometimes when you're trying not to be too uniform, it's so hard. But, you know, trying to purposely be random, that doesn't always work, does it? Okay, then he needs the pink on his yellow or a bright darker pink. The scarf would look cute in pink, so it kind of matches the pink details. I got two votes for pink. So let's see. A dark. Do I dare do this? Let's see. Oops. I got a vote for blue and a vote for yellow. Okay. Let's see here. Need to do the black of this guy's eyes. I'm going to do my little white dots. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany's another super talented member of the MFT design team. I liked him sitting. Okay, up there. So if you're just tuning in, again, the deal today is the cover-ups, the background dyes. And I'm doing the letterboard cover-up, and I'm decorating with some of these adorable Yetis, which make me so happy. Okay, let's see. This one. And I'm making dots on my Yetis because that just seemed like a fun thing to do. A little under his arm. I don't know if I missed his feet. We need to add a little more coloring to some of these feet. That's another thing I do. I just I add the color and then I kind of see how it looks and decide if I need to go in and darken anything. I don't know if any of you know Kathy Rakusin. She's hasn't been crafting in a bit, but she's one of my coloring idols. She's so talented, and she would always say, get it into the nooks and crannies. And so I try to always think of her when I'm coloring and say, don't forget your nooks and crannies. But I don't know. I'm always a little nervous about putting a lot of dark into my nooks and crannies. I don't know why, but it just makes me nervous. And so anyway. Yes, Alberto. Let's get Alberto live. I think he should I'll even help you, Alberto. You could come in with me and we could be in here together and you could give me a coloring lesson. Wouldn't that be a fun live? Oh, well, you know what? You could talk in Italian and color and I could pretend I'm translating and make up what I think you're saying. I'm just kidding. But anyway, everyone would just love watching you color. It doesn't even matter what you're saying, to be honest. So teal blue. I'm seeing all kinds of different suggestions. I was looking down at my coloring. I'm going to go with pink though, guys. Thank you for all the ideas, but I'm going to go with pink. Now, do I want it to be light pink and dark pink or just pink and white? Decisions. Yeah, that's perfect, Alberto. With some music. Yeah, that'd be perfect. No pressure, but do it. I'm just putting the light pink down on all of it. I guess I've made my decision. And then I'm going to go in and add some other color shadows and stuff. Just if you're curious, when I color and I'm alone in my craft room, I actually go a lot slower than this. I just feel like I don't want to take forever coloring because I'm not a coloring expert. I'm not somebody like Alberto that you're going to learn a lot from about coloring. And so I feel weird taking up a lot of your time with the coloring. And so I don't know, I kind of rush through, I guess, which is, I don't know, maybe I'm a little weird, but that's just what I do. So if I was here coloring this by myself, I'd probably take like 3 times as long to get it done. I'm trying to think how to say that word, Regina. Is it Coonabarabran, Australia? That's a very lyrical, lovely sounding place. I don't know what I'm doing. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are sweet. Thank you. I feel like this one needs a little kind of shadow on the one side of it as well. I don't know, that looks kind of one note. I don't think I did a great job with my shading. Oh well. Let me think on that for a few. I'm going to let it sit for a second and decide what I want to add, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to make those cute little C-shaped eyeballs. And let's make sure my pen is working well before I go in and mess it up, which I still may mess it up, but let's see. Yeah, cute. Not too terrible. Oh, 6:43 in the morning, Regina. Thank you for being here. Bright and early your time. So what I could do. How do we like him? Good. I think so. I think I'm going to let it go. Okay, so now here's what we got, right? Have a little pink, a little light purplish gray. I need to figure out what color I'm going to make the frame on my little board here, and then what color of panel to mount this on. I'm thinking purple. I'm thinking purple. Let's see. Maybe. And then should we do maybe some glitter paper for the frame? Would that be a little too extra? I don't know. I always love a good glitter. Could do it in silver glitter paper. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I may have to do it. All right. Glitter for the win. See, that's why you and I are friends, Alberto. You know that glitter is the win. Perfect for winter. I agree. All right. I'm going to go over to my die cutting machine. I'll be right back. Put that on screen while I am. Hopefully that cut well. We shall see. I'll need to send it through once. Cut like butter, no problem. Thanks for popping in, Alberto. It was really nice chatting with you, friend. Have a good dinner. That's fun, huh? Fun glitcher. Okay, so let's see how this is all going to come together. I'm going to put my frame on first. Do I want it to be that big? Because I could, in theory, cut this down a little and make it smaller so it doesn't take up so much of my card. No, because then that's too tall. I see what's going on here. Let me think this through. I think this fits perfectly on the size that you die cut it. So I'm not going to mess with it. And now one thing you could do on this, if you really wanted to make it kind of stand out like it would on a real letterboard, is you could double up some of the things. Like I could double up all those little letters to really make them look like they're standing up on the board. But yeah, I don't think I have the energy for that right now. Maybe when I don't have COVID, I'll do that. So I'm going to put that on, and that's super cute. So let me get that glued first. I'm going to use my liquid glue. Got my MFT glue today. Hi, Sharon. Yes, I agree. The Yetis are super adorable. And again, this letterboard is part of the deal today of the countdown to Christmas, 12 days of Crafty deals. And any cover up, if you purchase it today, you can pick a free rubber cling background stamp, which those are some of my favorite things to have in my crafting arsenal. So useful. And never go out of style, you know, like that script background. You're just always going to want to have that on hand to create a great background, or some of the other ones as well. Okay. There's that side. And I mentioned early on, but first of all, if you're a Twilight fan, which I am embarrassed to admit that I am, it's one of my guilty pleasure movies, especially the first one. The first one had such a cool look to it. It has like a blue look to it. And then I think they like changed directors or something. And then they're still okay, but the first one is just the best. Anyway, Kathy Zielski and I have a little shared love of Twilight, guilty pleasure. And when she got this in the mail from MFT back in whenever it was released, she did a live stream video that she made a board that said, "Nothing says fall like a Twilight marathon." I think is what it is. Something like that. Something about Twilight. It just made me laugh so hard, and I loved it. And I needed this set already, but when I saw her card, I'm like, okay, yeah, I totally need the letterboard stuff. It's so fun. Right, that just came together perfectly. I got a little glue on my table. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and put my little board on here, or my Share Handmade Kindness paperweight for just a minute to help that glue set. Tiffany, see, you and I, man, same taste. I love that romantic script background. It's so beautiful. And yay, also Twilight fan. All right. Now I have to really think about these little letters and where I'm going to place them. And I might need to try to use tweezers or my pokey tool to help me along here with my big old fingers trying to get these to be on here. And I'm probably going to use my fine tip glue for this as well. So I think I'm going to start kind of in the center with the fuzzy. So the Z should be pretty much the middle, right? That's what I'm thinking. These are so little. Oh my gosh. Mindy, are you still here? Probably not, but look at me. I'm using tweezers. Mindy's my tweezer loving friend. I mean, a lot of people love tweezers, but she's just known for it. I have to put little dots. I'm putting too much glue. It's going to ooze. Okay. So I'm going to put it right here. I'm going for it. That's where it's going to go. That's where we're starting. Hopefully it'll all work out. Hopefully, I don't know. Tiffany, do you remember? Do these Z's have like a top and a bottom? I hope I'm not putting it upside down. Are they the same both ways? I don't know. I think they're the same in both ways. Emma, that's awesome. That's some great mother-daughter time right there watching watching Twilight together. Reverse tweezers are the bomb. I don't know why I don't know. I don't know why I try to make my life difficult by not using them. Oozy glue. Hopefully that dries kind of clear and it won't be a big deal. I don't know how close I want these spaced. I don't know. We're just going for it. I have a hunch it'll all work out in the end. Yeah, the lines are there, so you can totally just, it makes it easy to make it straight. I'm just not sure about my spacing in between because I do have to actually figure that out by myself. Oh, Mindy's here. She's seen me use tweezers. So here's the part I don't know. Like, do I just go right in with the tweezer down onto the thing? This feels so awkward to me. Ah, ah. See, I'm no good. I'm no good. I guess the more you use them, the more you get used to them, right? Just like with anything. I don't think I spaced this very well. Oh well, you guys will forgive me, right? Is there like a best, maybe I need to put it like right at the top? Is that the easiest way to get it in there once you get the glue on it? Ooh, catalog stuff. Oh, slightly missing that. Not really. Any tweezer tips you have for me, Mindy? Lay them at me. Lay it on me, I should say. Okay, I do think that helped. Kind of strategically holding it at the top so I can just lay it right down on there. I think that was helpful. Okay. But the reversed grip when you're putting the glue on is definitely helpful. It makes it super easy. And again, I'm trying to just put little dots so I don't have too much oozing out of the glue once I get it down. Fuzzy. See, not exactly centered, but you know, it's like I made this in my craft room and I wouldn't have centered it very well anyway, because that's just who I am. All right, send D-I-N-G. So let's start kind of with the D, I think. I hold the tweezers in my right hand and glue in the other. Yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth with my hands. It's probably silly too. I guess I could probably squeeze out glue with my left hand. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Stop moving on me. I don't think I don't think I spaced it very well up and down either. Oh well. Oh well. It's all good. Once I get the Yetis on, it'll be too cute to even care, right? Something like that. Okay, that's crooked. This is real life crafting, man. You guys see me using this for the first time ever. I have to go back and forth with my hands. I can't help it. Because I'm very dominantly right-handed. I can't bear to put on glue with my left. I definitely don't feel the need to talk continuously. That's me in real life too. I'm a pretty quiet person, actually. But I do realize sometimes I'm just like getting a zone when I'm live and I'm like, oh wait, there's people watching me. I should probably say something. I knew what you meant about that. More, not move. You're funny, Mindy. You're like Edward Scissorhands, but your scissor hands are tweezer hands. They're just part of you. I was looking at a list earlier on Facebook. Somebody posted, Christmas movies to watch this month, and on the list was Edward Scissorhands, and I was like, oh my gosh, that does have like the snow and everything. I'm like, maybe I need to add that to my Christmas movie list this year. That's why I had Edward Scissorhands in my head, I guess, from seeing that earlier. Sending. Yeah, I'm really not loving my spacing on this, but that's okay. That just completely flipped over on me. How to do that? I'm gonna put my weight on my smaller weight on that part while I start on the bottom. A tiny little dot. Oh my gosh, did I lose it again? No, there it is. All right, excuse me for a second. I need to take a drink of water. It is looking cute though, right? Sending fuzzy. Hugs. One thing about when you're like, oh, I'll use the middle letter, the letters aren't all the same spacing, right? And so that can throw you off a little bit too when you're trying to figure out your spacing of things. That's okay. Hugs. Right there. I've watched Love Actually way too many times in my life. Did it again. Darn it. Have a little, those little hairs sometimes you get on the side of your paper. So I was trying to get it off with a needle. We're almost there, guys, in the home stretch of all these. This does take a minute to get all these little letters and stuff on here. But it's so worth it. It's so fun. Oops. This, I wonder if it'd be easier just to put the dot where I want it and then pick it up. I'm thinking it might be. Try to pick it up with that. Kind of like you'd do a sequin. My U. And my H in the home stretch. So if you really wanted, if you're playing with the set, if you haven't tried it yet, some things you could do to help your spacing is, oops, each letter is three rows high, you know, and so I could have counted and figured out, okay, 3 rows high, and if I do one in between, that would be 3, 6, 9, oops, 10, 11. And then I could figure out if I'm using 11, how many rows do I want at the top and bottom? You know, you could put more thought into it to really make sure that you have your top and bottom spacing in a way that you love it. But I did not do that because I am live here on the interwebs and I didn't think about it. But it's all fine. I have room for my Yetis, right? So I think I'm gonna pop this up on my little purple panel. You can see I started taking the tape. I had it taped down to the die when I cut it out. And then I tried to take tape off and I started ripping the panel. I'm like, okay, that tape doesn't need to come off because it's on the back side anyway, so who cares? And I need to get myself a new roll of tape. And so I love these squares, but you know, when you're doing something big like this, it'd be more convenient to just have a big roll of tape to put it on with. Hold on, Adriana, I'm going to read your great comment in just a second here. I feel like I'm losing some steam. Oh my goodness. Every day about this time I get real tired. Some people say that like the tiredness stays with them for like 4 to 6 weeks. I'm like, I don't have time for that much COVID. It better not stick with me for 4 to 6 weeks. That would make me very unhappy. You can see I'm a little high with my frame right there, but I don't think it matters. All right. One thing I like to do when I'm using foam like this, just to give myself a little wiggle room when I'm putting this down, is I'll put some liquid glue right on the foam so that it has that little bit of wiggle from the liquid glue. Just because I'm always crooked. Then I also find it really helps it be attached really well once it does dry. That looks pretty good. Put that on there. Let's see. Adriana said, tip from scrapbooking. You can lay out your word on your cutting mat, then lay over a piece of low-tack tape. Then you can turn the whole word over, attach adhesive. Oh yeah, that's so smart. Let me put that up so if anyone on Facebook wants to read it themselves, they can see that. So that's a great way to do it. I did find that as I was just kind of laying it out, before the glue was on there, it wasn't kind of staying straight. It was harder to keep it straight on there. So that's the only thing that might be a little difficult to do it that way. But that is a great tip. And then also Emma mentioned that you could use press and seal. That's another great thing to use for a message like that. But if you had it all on a strip like that, it would have gone a lot faster with the gluing and everything than as long as that took me to do every letter individually, right? So some great tips. Thank you guys. Now to finish my little card here, we have our Yetis who are giving the hugs. I am like kind of off. I don't know. Let's see. I was going to stick him there. I'm going to I don't care if this doesn't fit exactly on in an envelope. That guy, see his arms kind of sticking out far. I mean, I could put him up there, but then I don't know. It's just too much at the top, right? So I don't care. I don't care if it's bigger than A2. I could always put it in a bigger envelope if I needed to, right? And I'm going to pop them up as well. And then as Tiffany mentioned, I could go find some sequins or something to kind of balance that out a little more as well. Or I might just call it good. I'm not sure. Could see if not, they both kind of fit the same. my scissors and cut some of these in half. These Yetis are so stinking cute. I just love them. So there we are, sending fuzzy hugs with these cute little Yetis. My G's a little crooked. Let's not point out the faults. It's all good. So I use the letterboard background, and I use a message from the Yeti or Not set and spelled it out with my letters on my letterboard. And again, today's BOGO is the deal of the day. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick just to remind you all, where if you buy any cover-up style dynamics, you can get a rubber background stamp of your choice free of charge. It's a $17.99 value. And there's lots of great cover-up style dynamics that make for fun little designs on your cards. And so, and again, like these are some of my favorites too for things like these Yetis. Picture if you had this or the bears, the North Pole pals, right? You could have like little scenes happening in all these little squares here, rectangles, and just build your little scene like that. It just takes the kind of the guesswork out of it, I guess I could say. And so that's another one that's on part of the deal today if you don't already have that one. So that is that. So hold on a second here. Let me go back to me. So thank you guys for being here, chatting with me while I made my little Yeti card. So cute. Look at me. I have purple on. I kind of I matched the purples I did on my card. So thank you guys for being here and chatting with me while I created. I had fun. It makes me feel a lot better to be here at my desk creating and chatting with you. And so thank you. And I will be back again tomorrow at 2 and Saturday at 2 and Sunday at 2 Eastern time zone. So tune in, and you could even create along with me if you wanted to, and we could make some fun cards together. So have a great rest of your day. And thanks again. And make sure you're checking out the MFT website every day for these countdown to Christmas deals. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.